Rob Schneider was everywhere in the late 1990s and the early 2000s, but since then he's become a bit of a phantom, only popping up in films and on TV on the rarest of occasions. If you think it's because Hollywood is avoiding him, you might be right. Here's why Hollywood won't cast Rob Schneider anymore. Box office beatdown. Not counting the Adam Sandler movies he's appeared in, Schneider's flicks are anything but critical darlings. His best-reviewed film, The Animal, only holds a 30% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and earned him a Razzie nomination for Worst Actor of the Decade. At least Schneider's films tend to be one-note, low-budget affairs.
Rob Schneider is a Wall Street executive with everything going for him. Only problem is, he's about to become a carrot. I'm a carrot!
As a result, almost every single one of them earned back their budgets. Still, studios don't tend to be interested in mid-level hits. Hiring Rob Schneider is like buying store brand when you could be eating real Count Chocula for 50 cents more. Do you really come out ahead? Discount bin material. While most people are aware of the Deuce Bigalow movies and The Hot Chick, many don't realize Schneider actually continued to make films, probably because most of them went straight to DVD. In 2007, he directed and starred in Big Stan, followed by The Chosen One in 2010.
The Chosen One?
Yeah, we've never heard of them either. Even Norm of the North, in which Schneider voiced the main character, was regarded as a bomb. Is Schneider the touch of death? We're not saying he definitely is, but please, if you do see Rob, don't let him touch you.
Lisa, shut your eyes. Soon you will be at peace.
Hey, quit it, Bart. Quit it! Hey, quit it, Mom!
Lawsuit magnet. Even though Schneider's movies tend to make their money back, sometimes the profits don't end up where they're supposed to go. Investors actually sued him for his 2010 straight-to-DVD release The Chosen One in an attempt to recoup their money. While lawsuits in Hollywood aren't uncommon, when you take into account the lack of blockbusters in Schneider's portfolio, inviting lawsuits is really just one more reason not to hire him. He's a bit player. Rob Schneider may have headlined a few movies, but plenty of movie fans find it hard to name the ones that don't have Deuce Bigalow in the title. And yet, he's gained international fame for his smaller roles, like the Cajun guy from Adam Sandler's The Waterboy, in which he repeated one sentence several times.
You can do it!
And which he repeated in at least 5 of Sandler's movies.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Just for that, you could argue Schneider is little more than a one-hit wonder.
Ashley making copies.
Okay, maybe 2 hits. Junk science activist. Activism in Hollywood is nothing new, but when an actor weighs in on a hot-button issue, it's reasonable to expect that it can have an impact on their employment opportunities. This has definitely been the case for Schneider, whose outspoken opposition to vaccines and support of a debunked theory linking them to autism cost him his gig as a pitchman for State Farm in 2014.
There's an unnecessary shot that they don't need to have, especially when the baby's immune system isn't developed.
Tweeting a George Washington quote about freedom of speech wasn't enough to get him his job back, but Schneider has kept up his anti-vaccine crusade, claiming to be in possession of a smoking gun report proving they're harmful. Later, he was accused of leaving a threatening message for a California politician, Lorena Gonzalez, who was working on behalf of mandatory vaccine legislation. You thought Schneider was no laughing matter before. The Assemblywoman responded on her Facebook page saying, quote, "Let's be honest, that is 20 minutes of my life I'll never get back, arguing that vaccines don't cause autism with Deuce Bigalow male gigolo." He's behind a microphone. More recently, Rob Schneider has disappeared from the screen to lend his vocal talents to animated features instead, like the aforementioned Norm of the North. Dino Time and the Little Penguin Pororo's racing adventure didn't fare too well, so Schneider's obviously making some rough voice work choices. So while his face has become a rare sight on the silver screen, we'll probably hear more from him in the future, even if it is in the sequel to the Kung Fu Panda ripoff, The Adventures of Panda Warrior. No, seriously, that's a thing.
Let's go rescue Princess Angelica. Pigs really can fly!
If only we were making this up. There's like 3 different Kung Fu Panda ripoff movies. Ethnic stereotypes. Watch any movie featuring Rob Schneider and odds are good you'll see him playing some kind of ethnic caricature, like the Hawaiian Ula from 50 First Dates or the Asian minister from I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. With whitewashing controversies becoming more of a problem for Hollywood in general, it makes sense he'd have fewer opportunities to do just that, especially considering he's been accused of mugging to the point of ridicule. Self-employed. Like a lot of other creatives, Schneider is leaving traditional film and television broadcasting behind. Instead, he's taking his talent to the internet, where he can do pretty much whatever he wants. In addition to a part in his pal Adam Sandler's critically despised Netflix film The Ridiculous Six, Schneider released a stand-up special Soy Sauce on the Holocaust in 2013, as well as his self-produced series Real Rob in 2015. At this point, studios can rest easy knowing they don't have to worry about hiring Schneider anymore. These days, he just employs himself. Not totally hopeless. Despite not appearing in theaters all that often anymore, Rob Schneider's career probably isn't over. He's keeping busy, and a comeback of some kind is still possible. Look, if Mel Gibson can do it, just about anybody can, as long as we never see another Deuce Bigalow movie. Either way, he seems okay with where he's at.
Here's my economics. I'm gonna go out to my $150,000 car, drive back to my $2 million house, and hang out with my hot 29-year-old wife.
Can't really argue with that. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos like the one you just saw. And don't forget to check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.